What's going on, you all? Welcome back to Timsta. We're doing Street Fighter VR Quest 2 version. This is a side-loaded game that you can get on SideQuest. It's an official game in there. More of a fan-made in terms of development. It's in very early development, and this is not even officially in App Labs or the Quest 2 store. So just keep that in mind whenever you're trying to look forward into this game. Now, this game does have its flaws. That is not perfect, but for those that are just huge fans of Street Fighters, especially the classics, I did do a similar video to this with the Mortal Kombat, and now this is the Street Fighter version. Now, there's so much things you can look forward to in this. It's a classic, and you can see some of the original characters such as Chun-Li, Blanca, and Bison, Ryu, Ken, and then E Honda. These characters already like bring upon that nostalgia that we all do miss about Street Fighter. There's everything in here. Now, in terms of fighting, it's very clunky, and just being able to do everything in terms of the multitudes of moves. This is very similar to the Mortal Kombat video I did make. Now, combat style, everything from what you can do. You can choose Ryu, and you're able to just do in the classic arcade where you just face everybody. There's also a bonus stage available, and so you can check all that out. Also, I think that's something that you can possibly look into if you're interested in that. Overall thoughts on it. Some of my favorite parts about this game is just some of the combating. It's very active. Now, it's not very accurate in terms of getting hits, but it's still very fun. Able to do Ryu's, of course, the signature move, and that's always a fun thing. You don't get no more combos aside from that. Seeing everybody and seeing the classic characters in VR is also very cool because it's really much in your face. I think that makes it very enjoyable. There is a slow motion effect, which also makes it fun in terms of if you don't feel like going too chaotic, you can put in slow motion and try to get a couple of hits out that way. Now, some of the cons are just the combats, like what I said earlier, it's not very accurate, so sometimes it sounds real clunky. Like it sounds like you're just hitting somebody and they're just blocking it all day. You can see how the character reacts, whether they're bulging or moving back or they're just staying still. Sometimes it's not very interactive in that component, so it gets very confusing as to if you know you're winning or you're losing unless you're actually looking up at the health bar. Not enough specials and techniques, but again, this is a pre-development type game, more of a fan-made game, and I think that still makes it very enjoyable for what they have done with it. So graphics are not the best, so you got to just take it with a grain of salt and just enjoy like the experience versus just it being graphically like inclined. All in all, Street Fighter, in my opinion, is still fun. It's something that you can just look into. It's an early game release, and I believe that you should really think into it if you're just a fan of this game, right? I said this earlier in the Mortal Kombat version that I did do. You can check that one out. Also, this is very similar. It's from the same developer, same creator, the same aspect, the same overall tenure of how the game actually goes. Street Fighter is very fun though, and I feel that, in my opinion, if you can really up this up a notch, these are games that we essentially need in VR or fighting type games, like VR esports type games and challenges. It help out in terms of mainstreaming. Hopefully, Street Fighter can be something that we see official, or some of these fighting games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, or Tekken, we can see officially in virtual reality, because that would make it really next level. Y'all gotta let me know what's up, but I'm gonna let y'all in on some gameplay also towards the end of this video, and just hit us up with a thumbs up, subscribe, as it always means the world. And have you tried out the Mortal Kombat? Have you tried out Street Fighter? Or what fighting game do you think is still the best at this moment? Is it like Blade and Sorcery, or is it Bone Lab? Just let me know in the comments below. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Some of this smoke. Get up there. Or you get or you get Yoga flame. get